What is up, YouTube? Casual Pokemon TCG coming at you guys with another deck profile or deck tech. This will be my Talonflame beedrill starmie deck. It works out pretty well. It's pretty consistent on getting beedrills out onto the field as fast as you need to. Whenever Sun and Moon, when I get cards from Sun and Moon, this deck will be changing. There will be 2 copies of certain cards that will be going in here, but this is pre-Sun and Moon. So without further ado, let's jump right into the Pokemon part of this list. And to start off this list, we've got 4 copies of Talonflame. This is just in here to start setting up your combos if you open it. And then if you don't open it, you can Ultra Ball it away or Sycamore it away. And then we've got 4 copies of Weedle. This is the Weedle I choose to use. You can choose to use the Multiply Weedle if you want. I just didn't have enough copies of it. Then you've got 4 Kakuna. This is like the only Kakuna you want to use because it's the best. And then you've got beedrill. There is a stadium we play to get this out turn 1 if possible, or turn 2. So it's pretty good. And then we run a 2/2 starmie staryu line. This is in here for the Space Beacon ability. You'll never use its attack. Space Beacon, what that does is it allows you to discard a card to add 2 energy back to your hand. So it does help in the late game when a couple of your beedrills have died and those energies go to the grave. Or if your Talonflame is exhausted and done and it dies and you just want to get the energy back from it, because you do play a small count of energies. So I felt like that was needed in here rather than just playing a bunch of energy retrievals that you don't necessarily need. And you're only going to really have this on the bench, and if it goes up, you don't really care for it to die. So, plus you can search it out with Level Ball, which we do play 2 copies of. That's it for the Pokemon. It is pretty small. There will be a Pokemon from Sun and Moon when I get it, Sun and Moon base set, that puts energies from the deck onto your Pokemon, grass energies. I can't think of the name of the Pokemon, but it's a stage 1, so you could replace it with the Starmie or with some of the trainers. But let's get into the supporters. For the supporters, we play 3 Sycamore. We only play 3 Sycamore because you don't want to discard a lot of your key pieces. So you only want to be playing this when you don't have the key pieces. Yes, sometimes you will have to discard key pieces, but you can get that back with one of the cards we play. And we've got 2 in. Actually, we've got 3 in. We play 3 in for max consistency. We don't want the 4th because it just clogs too much. So 3 is perfect. It helps you get to your combo pieces. If your hand's completely dead, this can totally take you to another position in the game of potentially winning. Then we've got 1 Lysander. Lysander's amazing. It just, yes, you can snipe benches, but against that Jolteon, or against that toolbox matchup, this really does help power through that, because you can Lysander away their Mew EX, their regular Mew, or their Glaceons to help further your game state and try sniping the key pieces they need. And then we do play 1 Pokemon Center Lady to kind of keep your beedrills up on the board a lot easier. And if they're trying to kill your Talonflame early game, this will help save that. So there is just 1 in there. That's it for the supporters. To go along with the supporters, we do play 3 VS Seeker. Your supporters aren't really necessary, but you can put a fourth one in here if you want to take out the Pokemon Center Lady. And then we do play 2 Trainer's Mail. 4 is not needed. You speed through this deck enough as it is, so 4 would just clog. Then we've got 2 Level Ball. Level Ball is in here to search out your Starmie, Staryu line, your Kakunas, and your Weedles. You don't want to play any more than this because it does clog. Because we do play the 4 Ultra Ball. We play the 4 Ultra Ball for max consistency. You just discard stuff you don't really care for. And then to move on, we've got three EXP share, or XP share. This is our tool of choice, just because beedrill can retreat for free. You can't play Fighting Fairy Belt, so we play this because since you do play a small energy lineup, or smaller than some decks, this just really helps to get your energies on your Pokemon quick as possible. And I've tried playing the deck without this before, and it just didn't run as smoothly. So, plus your beedrills are only 2 energy attackers, and plus it does help against, if your Talonflame dies, you can just move the energy. It does help with that. And then we do play 3 copies of Revitalizer. Revitalizer's in here to obviously get back your beedrills, or any key part of the line that you need. So it can make or break a game pretty good. And then you do also have Super Rod to get back 1 evolution set if you need to, or if you've got it all set up on the board and you just need to shuffle this in for the Ultra Ball to get what you put in back. So it does help. And then we play 1 Professor's Letter. This is in there just to search out energies, since you do play it kind of short amount of energies. You're not playing quite a high amount, so this does really help, and 1's only needed. And then we do play the 1 energy retrieval in case we can't get to that Starmie line. This just really helps. It's just great. And then we do play the town map. Since you are reliant on having a bunch of beedrills in the active, and you don't really want to grab terrible cards out of the town map, since you aren't that fast of a deck, and you can't really compete against some of the big decks, this really does help you compete against them. And 1's only needed. And then you play 3 Force of Giant Plants. You play 3 because that's all you really need. You get this when you need it. Plus it helps you get into your evolution, into your beedrills faster. That's really all it's in there for. And you can search it off of Trainer's Mail and your Talonflames. So, now on to the energies. We play 8 energy. 8's perfect. Like I said, you can get them back with your Starmies. You can get them back with your energy retrievals. There's ways to get them back. And kind of a interesting little play that you can do is late game. If you know you only have or late game, if you know you have a bunch of Talonflames still left in the deck and you draw into them, you just get rid of them to your bench Starmie, and you can get back your energies you've lost during the game. You do go through energies quite fast if your opponent's knocking out stuff. One thing you do lose to, though, that is a pain to face, is anything with Glaceon in it. Glaceon EX just basically locks this deck down. That is why there is one Lysander in there. This deck faces against a deck that does play a toolbox deck that does play Glaceon quite a bit, so that Lysander does come in handy. This is the deck my stepbrother uses, so you will be seeing potentially some dual videos on this in the future. If you guys would like to see that sooner than later, just let me know. I can see what I can make happen. I'll have to profile the other deck first if that does happen. I probably will do that. So, without further ado, this has been Casual Pokemon TCG. And don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button if you guys like this. Share this with your friends so that maybe they can get help on their beedrill list. I've tested this for months, and this is what I've come to like. Don't forget to also tell me what I can do to improve this deck in the comment section below, and I will be coming at you guys with another video next Tuesday. Sorry I missed last Tuesday's video, but I will continue to be uploading consistently from here on out. And this has been Casual Pokemon TCG signing out. Peace.